Now, for those of you that don't know, the nut job is about this squirrel that finds a nut shop, and he gets some of his friends together from the park, and they spend the movie going through a montage of trying to figure out how to break in, steal all the nuts, and get it to the park so they can feed themselves and everybody else. You know, be heroes and be fat and merry. And they do all of this while trying to combat the schemes of the villain of the film, which would be Raccoon, a fascist. Tons of things going on that made him so sinister. He promoted a sense of nationalism. With everything that he did, every statement he made, he always followed it up with, "For the park! Yeah, for the park! Woo! It's so great! The park's amazing! Everything outside of the park is scary, and we shouldn't go there!" Because different is bad. There were forms of like sexism and intellectual suppression with one of the side protagonists, Andy. She was actually pretty smart, very capable, and could do things on her own, which was scary for Raccoon. It made her work with or under someone less intelligent and less capable. And every time she spoke out, he just instantly just dismissed it and promoted his line of thought. So there's censorship, there's sexism, there's oppression, there's a lot going on in there. That doesn't exist in the park. But they do, however, have a very prominent hero. Grayson is easily manipulated by Raccoon consistently throughout the film. Unparalleled amounts of respect. Everything he does is perfect. He's like the pinnacle of squirrel physique. How he came into his power is actually not explained, like at all. There was no election, no anything. He was just in charge. And he didn't allow anyone else to even show any form of leadership. He always appointed his lackeys being in charge of whatever kind of project. He appointed his right-hand man, Mole, who was stupid, weak, and just did everything that Raccoon told him to. Like those that stood against him, like Surly, the protagonist of the film, he attempted to employ his secret police, street rats, out in the city to dispose of him. Surly, this is actually where a lot of other prominent features of fascism come into play, because he used Surly as a scapegoat, the enemy, the other, pretty much everything bad. He focused on Surly and used him as a point of fear. His self-promotion by acting as an independent was dangerous, which is why he disregarded Surly's rights, voted for his banishment without even giving him a trial, so he had no appointment, he had no way of defending himself. He essentially was just like, all right, everybody, so we're gonna banish Surly. Are you all on board with that? Everyone was just like, I don't know. He was just like, why are you holding back? This man's a fucking bastard. Like, what the hell? I mean, he's dangerous. He just burnt down our tree. We're gonna die because of this bastard. One of the most prominent things that Raccoon ever did that was so overt, he gave out his motto, which was, less food means more control. So he must keep the food from them. So he's literally using resources that are vital for survival as a way of manipulating people into doing what he wants. And that's fucking evil.